Okay, great. Sorry, I kind of came in a little late there.
Oh,
Still
it's okay.
working
So
everything out.
everything looks okay, sounds okay. We're good to go.
Yeah, you're looking good. Um,
Perfect.
I accidentally turned off your video for a second, but now you're back.
Hooray!
Okay,
Hi, everybody.
hooray. Hello. Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I actually was really hoping you could join me last week because last week was too many portals, and we basically made that Tavern Brawl for you.
Oh my God, I can't even explain how much. So I was at Nertacular last weekend. It was so much fun, and I had my iPad with me. I carried it everywhere because every single chance I got, I was like, I have 10 minutes, Portal Brawl.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it.
Played the crap out of that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know. Like we started with the web spinner mode, and I knew everybody would be excited about that. But I think out of the two, the too many portals is definitely the superior Tavern Brawl.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, because portals can pull from anything. Like you have such a small pool with the beasts that spiders can kind of like get a little repetitive. But man, Portal Brawl was just amazing.
Yeah, it's one of the things I really enjoy about these more like random modes is you get to play with cards you don't usually or you don't even think about playing with, and then kind of watch how they interact, and it just blows people's minds.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Great. Well, I forgot to ask you before you came on board. So, on these streams, we usually play like Tavern Brawl and Conquest format. But I forgot which three classes you're bringing. I'm bringing Hunter, Druid, and Mage.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have like one potential mirror matchup because I brought Druid as well,
Okay.
but then I've got Shaman and Paladin.
All right. Great. This will be great. There'll be good diversity. It's been really busy this week for some reason.
I can't imagine why. It's not like anything big is going on in
No,
the world of Blizzard right now.
we're not making any announcements or anything. So I actually didn't get to play the Tavern Brawl at all until last night. I was like, oh my god, like I gotta get my decks ready. So I was up pretty late trying to put these together. Hopefully they're not totally crummy. We'll
Oh,
see.
I'm looking forward to kicking your butt then.
Well, you kind of have to because Garrett and Dills just didn't perform when they were on the stream. You got to represent for TAC.
All right, it's all right. I got this. You saved the best for last. It's all good.
Well, I have to take on the boss at the very end, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I got through the mobs. Here's the
I was just for Warcraft terminology only. I'm gonna say you made it through the trash, and now you're at the boss.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid the T word, but there
Yeah.
you said it. So.
Only because that is, it's MMO terminology. I have to use it. I'm not calling the guys trash by any stretch of the imagination.
No, you're not. You're not saying the other guys on the team are terrible at the game or anything. I totally.
No, absolutely not. No, they're really great. I mean, like our roles on the show have changed a little bit in the last little while, but we're also enthusiastic about the game. The guys are really good at it.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that's been really fun to watch is how, I remember even like, a year and a half ago or whatever, in first couple episodes of TAC, you're kind of the wide-eyed, like, new person to collectible card games, and you're like, oh, what's a curve? Like,
Oh my god, I didn't know anything. Like anything at all. I literally just went into the game and was like, eye for an eye, that sounds like fun. And I just like had no idea about anything. I didn't understand like control and aggro, like deck styles. I didn't understand mana curves. I didn't understand like minions and spells and just like balance of decks, like nothing. I didn't know anything. I just came into the show going, well, I love Warcraft, and now they've made a card game about Warcraft, so therefore, I love Hearthstone. It's stupid fun. The druid gets to keep their armor. What the F is up with that?
Yeah, but it's been actually really cool watching you grow as a player over the last year and a half. Now you're Joss to Legend. You're like hitting like rank 5, and you're trying out all these like meta decks. So that's been really cool. I feel like in some ways you're representative of like a lot of our kind of like a lot of kind of core fans of Hearthstone who have started like playing our game with beta or right after we released, and or with open beta, and you know how much better everyone's like become since. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, because I tried Magic like way back in the day when I was in kind of high school sort of thing, and it lasted for like a month. All my guy friends were really into it. I was like the nerdy girl that was friends with all the guys because we played sports and video games, and they were all into Magic, but I really couldn't get into it. And then I tried again, like probably about 6 or 8 months ago, to get into it and play online with some people. And I couldn't get into it because there was just these huge barriers to entry. It was really difficult. There's like, 25 years of history, and it's just like, I don't even know. I'm out. But Hearthstone is so easy. It's got this great sense of humor. It's so easy to get into, but so difficult to master that it's just such a great game. It's like just when I think I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm really getting a hang of it, then I'll have some conversation with somebody, a streamer, a fan, somebody, and they'll be like, oh, did you know that this, and this thing? And if you thought about this like this, and I'm like, well, you just blew my mind, and now I have another like 3 months of learning to do.
Yeah, I mean, I have that moment all the time when I'm talking to the designers, and they're like, what do you think about this card? Or what do you think about, like even a card we revealed just recently, like Astral Communion. They're like, what about that card? And I'm like, what happens? You pay 4 mana and you lose all your cards, and then you end up with 10 mana crystals? Oh my god. It's like, is that a good card? Is it a bad card? Like,
exactly.
How do you like value that? So
and
yeah, I'm really excited.
I hate those questions so much where someone's like, well, this new card that you haven't seen the whole set yet, but what do you think? It was released 30 seconds ago. Good or bad? Go. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
different, new.
Totally. I do think the more interesting question is like, what would you do with this card that's interesting than is this good or bad? Because I don't think anyone for 100% know, what's good or bad. Even, even for us, like we played a lot with those cards, but what are people gonna like? How are people gonna figure it out? Like in the context of millions of people playing and the meta that it's creating. Like who knows? So
yeah,
I'm
that's the thing.
super
it's all
excited.
about context.
Yeah, but okay. Well, maybe we should jump into our game one and keep chatting while we do that.
Absolutely.
So let me see. I'm going to go ahead and challenge you to a 10 brawl.
I'm excited. I haven't actually played with this deck yet. I have one deck that I know that I can win with because it's so good and I love playing it, so I'm not leading with that one.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to try to get my first win with the one I'm not comfortable with out of the way first. Oh, and there's the mirror.
Totally. I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's your shaman deck. That's the super awesome one because I was getting wrecked by a bunch of shamans last night.
Yeah, the shaman is pretty powerful in this brawl.
Okay, I moved my mic a little bit more. Hopefully that helps.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Oh, okay, great. I'm glad this is helping. Perfect. Yeah, it's like my mic is like this tiny little thing, so I should probably get a new one.
Ooh, get the Yeti. It's a really good, pretty inexpensive, like USB, super easy plug it in type thing.
Okay, I'll check it out. Sounds like a good idea. It is true that I am not screaming because I do have a little kid in the other room.
Okay. Yeah, I had mine turned up for the stream last night. Maybe that's a bit better.
Let's see.
Just let me know if I get too quiet. Oh, are you trying to think? Am I distracting you right now? What if I start like counting?
Yeah, you can count down from. So, I was talking to Dills and Garrett as well, but like you guys on TAC are kind of like like superheroes, right? Where your superhero identity is streamer extraordinaire, and then you have your like Ken Clark persona during the day. So I did want to ask you, what do you do during the day when you're not streaming?
When I'm not streaming, actually, I manage the staffing department for a company that runs nursing homes in Nova Scotia.
Oh wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting's one word for it.
I mean, do you enjoy it?
It's okay. It's not what I'm trained in. I'm actually shockingly trained in GIS, which is Geographic Information Systems. So basically what that is mapping with computers.
Uh-huh.
And I really enjoy that. I just wasn't able to find anything in Nova Scotia. So we're still looking, and possibly looking to move back to Ontario, which is going to be much, much better for everyone involved.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm actually looking at making the move to just podcasting and streaming full time. So
okay.
That could be starting in the next couple of months, and that's a really, really exciting change for me. So
yeah, no, that does sound potentially super exciting.
And terrifying, completely terrifying.
But it's so cool that like you get to have an opportunity to focus on what you love doing, and you guys are so passionate about podcasting, and you guys run like such a great show with TAC, and I know you also run some other streaming and other activities as well. So it's interesting because in my previous job, I've been with Blizzard for 6 years, but I was working on with telecommunication companies, and I was actually doing back then what we're calling like location-based services. So
oh yeah,
it's like this is back before we had like GPS on phones. So
before GPS on phones? What is this crazy world?
That world has existed apparently at one point. But sorry, let me just.
It's so hard to chat and make good Hearthstone decisions at the same time.
I know. I was actually bringing this point up with someone else.
I know. I'm like, I know I made like one or two at least mistakes in that last turn, and I was like, don't talk about your job while you're trying to play a turn, Jocelyn. Come on.
I mean, especially this week's Brawl, I think, has a lot of brain-intensive moments. You're like, wait, if I kill this guy, what pops out of him, and then what happens?
Yeah. Oh man,
it's a lot of dudes. But yeah, so that's really cool that you were your studies were around GIS systems, because that's kind of the like that kind of system is what made all of this possible, right? With like Google Maps and all these other things like we take for granted now.
I know, it's so funny to see, because like, I mean, when I started studying geography, that's what I did my Bachelor of Science in when I went to university. I did geography, and then I went back to college and did another like applications developer specialist kind of a thing that was really specific to GIS. And at the time, everyone was kind of like Google Maps wasn't really a thing. Everything was still really kind of new. And to see everybody now like thinking with geography, the whole reason that I went into it is because I find it really interesting that you can basically take any subject in the world and make it geographical. Because wait, you got rag? Damn it. Oh, well, I guess I got Tyrion, so fair enough.
That's a fair trade.
Yeah, that's all right. So, like just to see like everyone start to think geographically about all these different things. Like for a while there, location-based, like super awesome, fun apps were a thing. Like, oh, what was the name of it? Gowalla, I guess, was kind of the first one that kind of gamified space. And just seeing that happen was just so cool. Oh man, now what do I do?
I'll try to talk while you go so that you don't have to put your name on. But no, like they even have a game out right now. It's called Ingress, I believe it's called. It's a location-based game, kind of like capture the zone. where people have to actually like coordinate and show up to different places to, you know, capture points and things like that. I find that that was something I was really interested in. I still am. When I was working on the kind of the location-based games before and services before. I mean, but more and more, I feel like people stop thinking about things as like location-based something. It's just like everything is now location-based. Like you used to have Foursquare, and that's like, oh,
Foursquare, right? Does anyone still Foursquare? Is Foursquare still a thing?
Yeah, Foursquare is still a thing, but I think they're forced to evolve because just being like location-based something is not enough anymore. You need to be something that uses location because everything uses location now.
Right.
And I actually find that to be an interesting thing for Reg is actually pretty terrible in this mode, I realize. It's going to keep shooting these tiny little wisps. But even for Hearthstone, I think like this kind of location awareness is really interesting with things like